Let no man separate what God has joined together. But what if God's not the one that joined your marriage together? And if he didn't, then who did? Keep watching to find out more.
Your marriage is not one that God put together. I know that can be an extremely hard pill to swallow. So let me just explain just a little bit. I teach that there are two different kinds of marriages in Scripture. You have a set of rules that God has for marriages that he put together. He specifically says, for marriages I put together, don't let any man separate. So there are marriages that God himself puts together, and those marriages reflect his heart for his bride. And so those marriages are marriages that he can save. It means that the two people that are in those marriages are two people that he destined to be married. So it means that maybe one person just hasn't matured enough and he has to mature them a little bit and they got married too soon. Or maybe the enemy is just attacking the marriage and he's going to protect it. He's going to fortify it. You know, he has a vested interest in keeping those marriages together because those are marriages that he has put together and he has purpose surrounding those marriages. But that's not the only kind of marriage that there is. Everything that God makes, the enemy tries to pervert. And marriage is no different. There are some marriages that the enemy has put together, that we have been tricked into believing that it was God when it wasn't. And those marriages are toxic. There's just no two ways about it. Those marriages are abusive, either physical, sometimes it's sexual, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's verbal. They're always abusive. They're toxic. And when you try to apply the biblical principles to your marriage, it gets worse and it doesn't work. And there's a reason for that. It's because it's not a marriage that God put together. And you are outside of God's will by being in it. And so when you're asking, why hasn't God saved my marriage? It's because he wants you to be in the marriage that he created for you. And you're sacrificing all of the fruits of the spirit that are tied to that marriage by being in this one. I know it can be a very difficult pill to swallow, but that's the truth.
If you're a woman of God in a toxic marriage and you want more information like this, then take my Is Divorce Right for Me quiz. You'll get more videos just like this as you choose your answers. Click the link in the description and take the quiz today.